Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Bad League Bad Pods podcast. I'm Zach Fuller. I'm joined by Ben Dunn for an afternoon episode today. Ben, it's good to be back. How are you?
You know what the afternoon episode means, right?
Little
It is
thirsty.
Miller time. Yeah, it is
Support the
absolutely Miller
sponsors.
time. Of course, always. I'm one of the best at doing that. That's what they say. That's what they tell me. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Have you been enjoying your off season?
Yes, the long and treacherous off season that is
Yeah.
the CRS off season. No, it's been good. Tuesday nights are not filled with racing, so it's kind of weird sometimes, but it's nice
You
to
know
take a break every now and then.
exactly. I think I went out on a Tuesday night recently, and I was
Yeah.
like, "This is weird." Like this is. Yes, I can't stop a happy hour on the way home. But hey, we did have some. We did have some action last night, right? We're
We
getting
did.
back and getting ready. Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
Chicagoland last night in the new car. I thought it was really nice. We
Me too.
saw I don't like I guess I can just briefly talk about like how my race was.
Yeah, how'd your race go?
Um, well, it was really good until the end.
Same, brother.
The we got some good like data out of it, I think, because Owen got the pole over me barely, and then he started the race kind of running like this middle to high groove, and he was making a lot of speed up there. I was running like the bottom kind of like tire saving line that I've gotten a lot better at over the past few seasons. Usually I just run the top and accept the consequences, but I was really trying to focus on saving tires and stuff because that's definitely what you're going to have to do this season. And Owen was running this high line kind of to test it out, and he definitely destroyed the tires up there on that first little long run. So that was good data to have. And then yeah, I was in a position to win there on that run with like 30 to go, and then Christian's VR broke or something, which brought out a caution.
Yeah, that was I was a little upset. That was gonna be fun because I
Yeah.
believe I think we had to make a pit stop, right? Like I
No,
don't
we were
think we
gonna
were
be
clear.
good.
Okay, that was the first
Yeah.
run. That was the first run. Okay.
Yeah,
That
we
second
were gonna
one
be
was
good.
that was where you and I were together, right? Where we were
Yes.
when yeah,
Yeah, and then Cody was
that
coming on
was
the new tires, so that was gonna be. I think he was definitely gonna catch me and probably pass me, but it would have been.
he made pretty quick work of me, and
Yeah.
I was very close in lap times with you. I just couldn't close the gap.
Right.
So I think he definitely would have gotten there. I think without that caution, Cody's a pretty good chance of winning this
Yeah,
race.
I think so too. I mean, it would have been exciting to see that play out, but then we got that late caution, and then
Hmm.
we had a restart spin that took me out of contention, which was really fun for me. But other than that, I mean, it was
I mean, you still got to second place, still got back there, so.
yeah, it was fun to race the car against like our people and have a little taste of it. I think we're gonna do some more
Mhm.
tonight, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. You just reminded me that I forgot to make any kind of announcement or notification about that, so I'll have to do that once I finish here.
Yeah,
Uh, but um, I had a lot of fun last night too, man. I think this car suits me really well.
yeah,
Um, for the
yeah. You
first
made
part of
a
the
you
race,
made a comment like halfway through the race. You got up to third, and you're like, "Dude, am I back? Like what?"
yeah, yeah. And then I went up and took the lead. That was, I
Yeah,
mean, it was wild. And but yeah, like I started off well and just was kind of being gentle in the car because I forgot why, but very quickly off the get go, I was in the back, and I oh I know why, because that first caution, I was kind of just hanging out, and then that first caution came out, and what I did was I went and I took just fuel. I think it was like 9 laps in, because I
yeah.
just wanted to see if somehow we keep this thing green, can I stretch it?
I think you
And
would have
so I
made
went
it.
and took. I was about. I know that Christian said he was about a half a lap to the good. I was about a half a lap short. and he was riding behind me, and I was kind of just leading the way as we were working our way back through
Hmm.
people. But on that middle run, I think it was like 28 laps or something like that was the middle run that we had, and I started crawling up there, and I think I got up to like third or fourth, and it felt really good about it. And then I felt even better because when I pit, it was like a 20. I think it was like 25 or something like that. It was like 28 by the time I pit, so it's probably 26, 25 laps of green flag racing. And you know, when that happened, I kind of was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. Right. I'm just going to
Yeah.
give it all I got and just see what happens. My tire wear on that pit stop was the exact same as it was on a 20 lap run in practice. So I actually got the same tire wear on a longer run
Yeah.
compared to the run I did in practice. So and that was with dirty air and racing people too. So I was happy about that. We went back out and I just said, I'm just going to see what I got, see if I can go up and do something because I feel really good in this car. And let's just see what the tires do. Kind of like you said, your old strategy of like let's just rip it and just deal
Yeah.
with the consequences. That's kind of where I was at the pit stop. I got up there. You and I had a good little battle for a couple laps. Owen was just kind of sitting there lurking. And then once I was able to get by you, it sent you and Owen into a side drafting war. So I was able to start kind of building a lead
Hmm.
before one of those cautions came out. And then on the last restart, I felt really good. I think I was in a really good spot after the first lap. I was charging on the high side, ready to take the lead, and I was getting the shotgun. I was getting the golf tee ready to make the shotgun video. Like I was there, man. I was like, I think you got. I think that was when you got involved in that little spin.
Yeah.
So I was like, Fuller's out of it. Like right now, and Owen wasn't
Yeah. Owen was
around,
out.
and I was like, yeah, I was like, right now, my competition is like I have Travis behind me, and like BC, and I'm like, dude, I think I can. No offense to those guys, but I'm like, that's what I'm just like, I think I can really do something here. And what happened was we were on the high side and flying down the backstretch, and I got a big rung on someone. I think it was BC. He got a little loose on the inside there. And we're coming down the backstretch, and Travis had such a huge run as well that he was kind of like he gave me one bump, and then was just really, really, really tight on entry. And the second that I lifted for the corner, I wish I would have had a little more gap because I like to kind of control things like that if I'm ever leading, which is not the most common thing against non AIs, but I like to kind of like control the entry, control the pace while I'm up there, or
Right.
try to. Um, so yeah, I went to lift, and when I did, he was so close that there was no time for him to react to it, and he kind of just turned me around, which brought out another one of those cautions, and
Yeah.
then later on, and then I think I just drove it straight to the pits there, I believe. So uh, a good race for the mental and for the heart, not the best finishing result considering that I felt like I probably could have won that race, but hey, you know, uh, it's a hell of a way to start the season.
Yeah. I mean, it's good testing, you know. And I think people learned a lot about the car last night. There was a lot of talk about, oh, this thing is so tight, and it's like,
Well,
well, it's not tight. It's actually insanely loose. You're just driving it way too hard in the corner and
exactly.
not being
You're driving
patient
it way
enough.
too deep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean the big thing with this car is patience and yeah, I mean I mean it's going to produce some good racing, right? Because you're going to have guys who are going super hard at the beginning of the runs and then, they're obviously going to fall off later in the runs. And I mean, we had that a little bit with the Xfinity car, but I think it's going to be way more pronounced with this one cuz the tire wear is really tough and then just general like racing around other people. You got to be so patient and yeah, I think we're all going to get a lot better this season just generally racing this
Yep.
car.
I think it definitely rewards, which is like part of the reason why I think I was strong last night was because I think it really rewards the people who lift early
Yeah.
and kind of are delicate back on the throttle, but still back earlier, into the throttle than a lot of other people, right? So like I feel like that's a huge benefit. I think I said it last night, but like this car kind of reminds me of what the Arca car used to be, just with
Mhm.
a lot more power. But like when we first started this thing, like that's like the way that I'm driving this car. It's exactly how I drove that Arca car, and I had
Right.
some success in that car. So, we'll see what happens, but pretty wild mix up too because it was a lot of fun last night. There was a lot of guys who were fast. It wasn't just like a small handful. I think there was I think there's a group of people who could look at this car as being so difficult to drive and just say, well, the best driver is just going to distance themselves more than they ever have in the past, right? And we didn't really see that. Like we saw a lot of guys up there dicing it up
Yeah,
and mix it up. Cody was up front, Sabatino hanging there. He finished fifth. BC won the race.
yeah,
Uh, Travis running fourth again. Travis was fast in practice, and I think he had a decent qualifying, and he was quick all race. He was hanging around up there and gets himself up into fourth place. So like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to see this car. It's some people are adapting to it already, and it kind of fits some other people's style. And it's not like the Xfinity where you can just drive it really deep into the
yeah,
corner. Um, that's where everyone I think that was having the issues with the car being tight last night. That's I think what they were doing, right? They were driving like an Xfinity. I think Jack said it multiple times last night. He's like, if you drive this thing like an Xfinity car, it's gonna screw you.
yeah,
Um,
big time.
that's what it is, dude. You drive it in that deep like that, thinking it's gonna rotate like an Xfinity car does, and it just doesn't. So I'm excited. I think this thing's a lot of fun. Hopefully the bugs are worked out. We don't have any like weird issues with anything. I would hate to have some weird issue of like an iRacing bug uh
Yeah,
mid-season, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think as of right now the car's pretty good, pretty ready to race. You know. Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I think it'd be really good for the fans if you and I could find a way to race each other each week like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
And then have to come on here and talk about it, good or
Yeah,
bad.
if we can like wreck for the win on the final lap, that'd be great
Yeah.
content. Although I think we would both hate that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's gonna have to be a lot more like give and take early in these races
Hmm.
compared to
Absolutely.
other seasons. And it's like, dude, if somebody goes by you and they're coming with a full head of steam early in a run, like you will get back by them. Like they are gonna come
Let him
back to
go,
you.
dude. Yep.
Yeah,
Let him
like
go.
it's track position, and I don't think is gonna be very important in these. I mean, obviously late in the race, that's different, but early on, I mean, it's not going to be super important.
Oh,
You want to take a look at the schedule?
absolutely. Yeah, season 13 is on the way. One last thing on that too, just another
Yep.
keep in mind with this car is that that first lap on cold tires is tough. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Like those first laps around, like I don't think I've ever been so delicate around 1 and 2 on a restart in any other car than I
Yeah.
have been than I had to be last night because like you really cannot send it in there. That thing is not fun on old tires. So
It's
um,
constantly trying to
that'll
kill
be
you.
fun. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Holy cow! But yeah, you did bring up. We have season 13 dropped. Another thing we haven't had. I guess we haven't had an episode since. But thanks to everyone that came to the
Oh
Tuesday
yes.
night after. We had a nice little banquet. I think everybody had a good time. Had a good little race, and it was a good way to end the season and then roll right into this one. So yeah, it's scheduled dropped. I'm excited. We start up on the 15th next Tuesday. The Clash, baby, our first
Yes.
exhibition race. We'll see who can go out and get the pole and win the race for the other front row spot.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna miss the Sedlow, tragically. But
Yeah,
I
that is
am.
tragic.
Yeah. Because I used to really hate super speedway racing, but I mean, now that we only like really have two on the schedule, I've actually kind of come to like those two that we do run.
Yeah,
So, I think me winning the truck race one actually really helped with that outlook. But
yeah, that does help.
I mean, that was like the most excited I've ever been after a win because it was like right at the line, and I don't think I literally have ever won a Daytona Oval race in iRacing. So, um, that was super exciting. But in any case,
Also, like to survive and advance and win those, dude,
yeah,
it feels good. I've won a couple officials at those types of tracks, and it's
yeah,
just like, oh, like freaking a man, like
yeah.
absolutely. But
Well, and
but
with
yeah,
that
we are
win too, like I was leading late and then got wrecked, and then there was like two green white checkers, and there was a huge wreck on the backstretch, and I still like I made it through that somehow, and then made the pass like right at the line, which was crazy.
electric.
It's
Yeah, so
Daytona, so but I will be here for the Clash. I'm literally only so here's a question like if I get
go
the
get that bonus point.
if I don't start the Sedlow, do I still get the bonus point? Like
Of course, yeah, yeah,
okay.
you'll get it. You'll get it regardless. Yep,
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm racing for next Tuesday.
you're
Um,
racing for that 1 point.
yeah, basically. I mean, every point matters. So,
Yep.
Uh, yeah,
Exactly.
going for that. But I mean, even if I
It's gonna
don't
be
get it,
fun to qualify in these things, man. It's good.
yeah,
I love the thought of everybody wound up at 9,500 RPMs doing qualifying in this thing. I feel like it's going to be a lot different of a qualifying lap than anything else. I think it's going to be a little more difficult to keep the thing on the yellow line, whereas some of the other cars are so they're not. I don't want to say underpowered, but they're so much less power that like you don't really have to
yeah.
fight it too much. I think this could be a handful. Who knows? Be really crazy if we were doing old Daytona, but
Oh, that would be
uh,
awesome.
that just sounds like a mess of a
It
race.
probably would be. I just remembered too the qualifying for the Clash format. I always loved that every season with the solo.
Me too, man.
So
Me
I'm
too.
looking forward to
That's
that.
yeah, and a little peel back the curtain was just an idea that I have floated around of maybe asking the group if they would like, one other race on the season, to do that. So
I would
I
love
don't know
that.
that that's yeah, I don't know that it's gonna pass, but like my theory behind suggesting it was like it'd be cool for like our I know Charlotte's like our longest race, so that's probably not the most ideal one, but
Right.
like something like that where it's just like one race a year, it's like a special thing.
I mean, you
We
could
got
always do Talladega and make it one lap,
yeah,
right? So
that's the one
so
the one laps that I've heard the Talladega suggestion. The one lap's kind of cool.
I mean, because that's how they qualify in real life, right? So it
Yeah,
would make getting off pit road super important in that run through 3 and 4 the first time. And I mean,
yeah,
obviously Talladega is a super speedway, so
and also I think we can probably. I don't think Judd's gonna have a problem with this, but we got the Judd Carr uh, Pole Award is official for this season.
let's go.
A little more with that once we set in on a logo. We got some pretty cool stuff in mind for essentially special races where that award may mean a little more. Not
Mm,
like points or anything wise, but like um an award for it, right? Where
okay.
these races are kind of take precedent as the important ones. Whereas we're gonna hand them out every single week in the little format of a little logo people can put on their car, blah 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 blah. But yeah, so the Judd Carr Pull Award, that's gonna be the first one of the year, and I'll say like I said, I don't think Judd's gonna have a problem with it. I'll say I'll put up a Judd Carr token or whatever the hell we come up with for the Clash because it's a big race. So and it's an
Beautiful.
important poll. But yeah, so that'll be you'll see that more of that this year.
Okay.
I didn't want to just kind of throw that in the middle of next season, but more on that in the future. But yeah, man, Daytona to kick it off, we always do it, and it always turns out pretty well. It's always a pretty exciting race. People get pretty fired up for the season. You know,
Yeah, it's a good way
it's
to start the season. I mean, it's obviously meant to be like our version of the Daytona 500, but
hmm
I
hmm
think
hmm
the name being the Sedlo 100 and like every season it's kind of the same. It's the same vibe. It's the start to the season. Like it's an important race to win. Like I think people get excited to win that one. Obviously you're excited to win
absolutely
any race, just like the 500, but that one means a little bit more. I
it
feel
means a
like.
little. Dude, I will. I mean, if I ever manage to win me one of those, I am gonna have the feeling of 20 years of trying and 20 years of frustration. As I come and win that race. So I'm gonna. You guys are all gonna line up. I'm gonna make everyone line up in the pits, and I'm gonna
Yes,
drive down it just like Dale did.
that'll be a fun stat. Maybe we can do for the next podcast. Who's the driver to enter the most of those and not win? It's
I think it
probably
would
you,
be
because
Austin. It'd be Austin or myself because
hasn't
Owen won the
Austin.
first one.
I think Austin's won one. Has he not?
We're gonna find out right now.
Yeah,
I don't
Austin.
100% know.
Well, he's won. Let's see. Was this the Sedlo? Yeah, he won the season 7 Sedlo 100 in the next gen.
So then it's got to be me.
It's probably you, yeah, because Owens
Yeah,
won
it's got
one,
to be.
Judd's won one. Yeah, it's definitely you. So
All right, there you go.
yeah,
And Travis beat me to it too,
yeah,
because Travis been here a while as well.
yeah.
Dylan, I think, has one. So like, yeah, even like, wow, it really is. I'm just
Dylan maybe not. No. Oh yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. I'm
yeah.
tripping. Yep. Well, or was that a
So yeah,
Clash win
so it's
though?
just so is it just you and I? Is that it?
Well, no, I won the season 11 one
Oh shit, that's right, the truck one. I'm
or
sorry. Yep,
season
yep,
yeah season 11.
yep.
Um,
That's right.
Dylan won the Clash. It looks like so, but
Okay.
you have significantly more starts than him. Uh,
Yeah, so I guess that would be our two longest tenure that haven't won it. I guess probably maybe throw Cody in the mix there somewhere.
yeah. Um,
Um,
yeah. Cody's had 18 starts. Dylan's had 19, and you've had 23. Well,
oh wow.
that includes the Clash.
Of course, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
we can dive into that probably more next week when we preview that. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
What's after that? Vegas? Yeah, we're going to
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, and so
You will
I'm the reason why I'm missing the Sudlow 100 is my girlfriend's family and I are going to Vegas. So
scoping the track out.
yeah, getting some insider
You're gonna go
info
do a
there.
real track walk.
Yeah.
You'll
So
notice for the season, like outside of obviously the Sedlow and like one or two others that didn't exist. Um, I named all of the races based off of a race at that track in 2003.
okay.
So, for example, the Las Vegas races, the UAW Daimler Chrysler 24.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
you know,
I like it.
124 laps around Las Vegas. This thing should be a handful. That'll be a hell of a wake up to the season, huh?
Yeah, probably. I mean, they've obviously updated Las Vegas. I ran an AI race there, but as you unfortunately pointed out to me, the AI car is not the same as the one we're driving. So, um, but I think it's it's similar enough.
Yeah.
It's like when they run the track attack cars like on road courses. It's similar enough that you can take some information from it.
It's not like you had the Richard Petty driving experience
Right.
car. You
So,
know,
but
maybe you
that
did. I don't know.
the old Gen 4, I guess, was still a handful, and I think this one's probably just going to be worse. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a big one. That the when we get a new car, the second and third races, and we got two really tough tracks like to start it off. The second
I
and
don't know
third
who did that.
races,
What an asshole.
the second and third races are always like pretty chaotic because people are still learning the
Hmm.
car, learning how everybody's going to race, and
Yeah.
I think Las Vegas
You
is
got
good
it.
though because you have options of lanes, and I don't know if that's not a night race, is it? No, so um, I don't know. Like you didn't release like how you did last year with in the Discord which one is night, but on Sim Racer Hub some of them are labeled night. I'm assuming that was
Yes. Yes.
intentional.
That's the best.
So
That's the best way that,
okay,
I forgot I did that last season too. I can do that again. But yeah, the races that are, it says night when it's
right,
night
yeah,
on
okay. So
Sim Racer Hub.
this one will be a day race. It'll be hot and slick. 124 laps. I'm assuming we'll probably have a good amount of wrecks for that one. So
I
yeah,
see
we'll
like
see.
a I see like a couple early and then a good long run. I feel like it could be
I
one
hope
of
that's the
those.
case.
Yeah, I feel like it could be one of those. I'm interested to see what the Gen 4 car does over the turn one bumps.
Yeah,
That should be interesting. I think when Gen 4 was on track, I don't think those bumps existed. So,
definitely not.
um, that track was like probably somewhat newly paved at that point. So,
In
um,
2003, I believe Vegas was the old banking because
oh,
they
okay.
increased the banking at some point. I can't remember when that was, but it used to be more flat. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I think the setup on the AI race I did was really tight. So, but in this car that may help with the chaos and stuff if it's a little bit more tight.
And then just a little past history here, just to wrap up this specific track. We have Owen, 4 wins at Vegas. Austin, 1. Yourself, you have 1. Jared has 1. Judd has 1. Jack has 1. So we have, what's that, 10 different winners
Jeez.
in our races there. Um, so that doesn't make sense. It's 9 because we've only raced there 9 times. But yeah, so those are our winners there, and we can move on from Vegas
Cool.
into the
Yeah.
Subway 140.
Yeah. I'm really excited for this one. Rockingham is one of my favorite tracks. I feel like one of my favorite oval tracks. Um, the one race we did in the Gen 4, granted it was the old Gen 4, I ended up winning it in the season when we were rotating through the cars. So, and I felt like I was really good on the long run there. Was racing with Jared and Owen, and they were really good on the short run, but we got a long run to the end, I think. So um, yeah, super excited about this one. I feel like I was definitely in contention to win the season 11 one too in the trucks, but made a bad pit call at the end, and Judd got it. So, but yeah, Rockingham, super excited for that one.
I've always struggled with that track. Anytime that we've done it, um, I just I haven't figured it out yet. And I think I haven't even put this car on that track yet, and I'm like terrified to. Because it's a hard track, dude. It really is. It is a freaking handful, but it's awesome. So,
Yeah,
it belongs on this schedule, obviously,
definitely.
because being kind of a throwback track on an older car. It definitely belongs here, and I just got to get in and figure out the sauce. I got to just put the time in and try to figure it out, and I mean, what a better car to try to learn this place,
Yeah,
learn to get better at this place than that place. But yeah, I've definitely struggled in the past at Vegas because it's just yeah, it's tough. Or I'm sorry, Rockingham, it's
Rockingham. Yeah,
tough.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, if you
you
can
know,
if you can learn the Gen 4 around there, you can pretty much drive anything. I will save you some time. Do not even attempt Rockingham with the AI because they are so bad. Like they can't
yeah,
even. Same with Darlington.
yeah.
The AI just can't figure it out for some reason. It's really annoying. So, but
Do they do that like Forza shit where they like
they just
just
they
are
just
way too
check it up.
slow?
I mean, you can put
Yeah.
the AI difficulty like 124 to 125, and they're just still like 6/10 off of your time, and it's
Mm.
a waste of
Today
time.
I
But
learned
the good
it
thing
goes
about
over
this
100.
car, good thing about this car is you can run solo practice. Like
Hmm.
in the truck and probably even Xfinity for me, like I never felt like running solo laps was very useful because
Yeah.
the aero
There's
stuff
so
is
much.
is
Yeah.
so apparent. You can run solo laps, but then you get in the race and it's completely different. So, but in this one, I mean, you go out there and run by yourself and learn a lot. So,
I have a lot of fun turning laps in that car. I like turning laps in general, but you're right. The Xfinity car, after like a handful of laps, you're just like, all right, like,
yeah,
and so more with the Xfinity than the truck, where the truck is just like, let me go practice the truck in Chicago, and you just drive flat out for 4 laps, and
yeah,
you're like, cool. I have no idea how it's going to drive around anyone else
yeah,
or anything.
way different.
Um, so yeah, I'm excited to see that one. I'm sure I'm not the only one sitting here thinking, man, I struggle at this place, and I'm not necessarily greatly looking forward to it, but I want to work the kinks out. So I feel like I'm not alone in that, and we'll get there. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah, it's a short
100,
track, but
140 laps,
you have
hot.
options.
Yeah,
Like you can run the
yeah, it's gonna
bottom,
be
you
hot.
can run like a hybrid between the bottom and the top. You can run the top. I mean, off of turn 2, it's super tight, but yeah, I'm
Yeah, turn
super
3
looking
and
forward to
4, you
that
get a
one.
little more leniency out of 4, but like the turns just kind of the turns are just weirdly shaped there, so that also throws you off.
Yeah,
When the tracks are a little more symmetrical, at least personally, I find it a little easier to kind of get in a rhythm.
yeah,
When it's like, you're seeing almost the same thing on either side of the track, and you're just getting used to the exit of 2 and 4. Whereas this place is just all wonky shaped, and you're gonna take a line that's different every single lap. And I think that's like the key to it. And just what I got to figure out is where what can I do with right? Where can I
right.
gain some speed? What line can I take? What line is bad on the older tires versus what line I should be taking on older tires? How do you fucking save tires at that place? Yeah, there's a lot of questions I have unanswered. Uh,
Well, I will say
so
your thing about lifting early and stuff.
mhm,
This track definitely rewards that. I will say,
huge.
um,
Yep, absolutely
lift
huge.
early and often. So,
Yep.
um,
Our three winners in our three races at Rockingham, Owen, Judd, and yourself. So three races, three different winners. Um, that should be interesting.
yep,
Had a
maybe.
lot of cautions. Three races, 21 cautions. Ooh.
Yeah, I remember
But 20 lead changes.
the Gen 4 race. I think the first kind of 3/4 of the race was filled with a lot of cautions, and then
Yeah.
we got like a 30 or 40 lap run to the end, and that's when I was able to kind of run away. Um, on those tracks with like super high degradation and high horsepower, I feel like that's kind of a strong suit of mine. I think we ran North Wilkesboro. No, it was in the truck on North Wilkesboro, and it was so slick. I think you
Hmm.
missed that race, but it was so slick. It was
I
basically
believe
the
I
same
did.
thing. And I felt like I was pretty good there. So, yeah, looking forward to that one. Let's move on to Michigan. We got New Michigan.
Oh,
I
the
did some AI.
GFS Marketplace 220, whatever the
Oh
GFS
yeah,
Marketplace
got
is.
to pay the bills here. GFS
Of
Marketplace.
course.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm on it. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Um, Michigan. We've done 4 races on the New Michigan, 7 on the old one. That really, I feel like we haven't done that. Oh, okay. So 4 of those 7 on the old one were in season 1 and 2. Um, so that makes sense. Because I feel like we
Yeah.
haven't done Michigan a whole lot. I mean, since like I've been back was like season 7, and we did 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then I guess 11 and 12 we didn't run it. So it's made a
I think
return.
Yeah, I think Auto Club kind of held its spot for a
Yeah,
little while because people really liked Auto Club. So
yeah,
like the Michigan, feedback was just kind of whatever, and then the Auto Club feedback has just been like, yes, please. So
yeah. So
um,
you and I have both won on the legacy
let's
version
go.
of Michigan. Um, the first time
So
we
that was in
went
that
there,
same season. That was an awesome,
yeah,
awesome Michigan races right there.
yeah. The first time we went there, you won. That was a 75 lap race, and the following week it was a 100 lap race. That was the one that I won, where you were chasing me down right at the end.
Yep, I
Um,
remember that. I needed just like a couple more
yeah.
laps.
So that was really cool. We are running the new layout though. I have not had a ton of success at the new layout. Just not even looking at stats, just going off memory. Like,
Mhm.
for whatever reason, it seems kind of foreign to me. Of the 4 races there, Owens won 3 of them. I think one of them, season, must have been season 7. I'm looking here. He won the race by 16.3 seconds. Um, I think that was the one where he made like an early pit call. Like there was like a lap 2 caution, and or lap 2 or 3 or something like that. And because
I
he
think
made
you're
that
right
caution,
after.
he could one stop. Everybody else had to 2 stop. Um,
Yep.
and so he was just on another planet.
What car even was season 7? Oh, it was the
That
next
was the
gen.
next gen, yeah. So
Wow, yeah, he smoked everybody. Jeez. Fastest lap, most laps led.
yeah,
Per Great driver rating. Good lord. He cooked us.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think Owen's gonna be strong there. 3 wins and 4 attempts, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Michigan? It's not really one of my favorites overall, but I am looking forward to racing with this car there.
I would say I'm kind of the opposite. It is one of my favorites overall.
Hmm.
I love this track. And I don't know, I guess like I really just like I think there's an art to driving these big speedways like this in Auto Club.
Hmm.
Especially in a car like what we're gonna be driving it in. When we're in the trucks and it's like pack racing, like there's not that same level of like difficulty to Michigan. Even in the Xfinity cars, it was solely reliant on like the draft, and it was like
Yeah.
you're like, oh god, if I don't like, you still had to run good laps, and there was a little bit of off throttle time, and you had to pay attention to where you get back on the throttle and whatnot. But like, I think once you lost that draft, you're like, well, shit, this pack of four is just gonna pull away, and I'm screwed. Like, and I don't stand a chance of coming back, dude. I think with this thing, I don't think it matters if you lose the pack because I think it's gonna be so dependent on just
Tire wear.
getting yourself around the track in the smartest way possible. I think you alluded to it earlier, but like I think that's one of my favorite things about this car this season is that it's going to be a lot more you versus yourself versus it, rather than you versus the field, right?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
you're gonna have to manage yourself and your patience and everything as a driver to kind of navigate this car as much as you're gonna have to navigate the people around you. So I think it's gonna be pretty damn cool. I like I said, I love this track. I think it's awesome. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun here because we have a lot of power. I think we're gonna be screaming 205 into turn one.
Yes.
Right behind someone. It's gonna be wild. I think tires are gonna get eaten up. I know that this is a newer surface, but I still think it's still pretty well aged and still puts in a little bit of work on the tires, especially with the amount of speed we're gonna be carrying around here. So, um, call me crazy, but you might even need the brakes at some points at this track because you're going to
Yeah.
be flying down the straightaways so much. So, um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just another update to GFS is it's Gordon Food Service. They are a food service distributor from
Oh,
Wyoming, Michigan. So that makes sense why they
from
sponsored this race.
Wyoming, Michigan.
Yep, yep.
How
Not
about that?
not Wyoming and Michigan, from the town called Wyoming, Michigan.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
yeah, it's yeah, so it's
Good stuff.
wow, it's actually yeah. But
So,
yes, that's so that's that. I got I've got the before we move on stats. I've got Michigan, old Michigan, new combined.
yep,
I've got Owen 5 wins, Jared 3 wins. Daniel has won a race, and you and I have won our races. So what's
beautiful.
that? What's that? 11 different winners or I'm sorry, not 11 total winners, 5 different winners, and 11 starts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, had to
Yeah.
figure that out.
Um. Yeah. I mean, I think we could have a new person win this one this season. I do think this one has a chance to get strung out and have some long green flag runs,
Hmm.
which is great. I know the Gen 4 AI is different, but when I ran that race, it was a definite two stop, but you could like barely make it. So the fuel strategy and stuff could come into play, and I
Fortunately, to like just to peel back the curtain a little, what I did with the scheduling, I utilized a lot of VRS. Now, obviously, there's not a lot of new Gen 4 data on it yet, but I
uh
used it to when you go into the packs where you can download setups and look at data and compare your data. They show you, after this lap, this person the test driver had this many laps left of fuel, and
okay,
if you follow it through the first 5 laps, the number gets pretty spot on. Obviously, right away because you're not using as much right away, but yeah, it eventually works itself out and it gets itself um it tells you, hey, there's this person had 50 laps left, right? So I tried to make the lap like excuse me, I tried to make the lap lengths, and I've done this in the past. This is like really
yeah,
nothing new, but I tried to make the lap lengths, the race lengths be forcing some sort of strategy, right? Not
yeah,
like anything too crazy without making the races too long or anything like that, but just making sure that it's not like, oh, this is just an easy like one stop race. And if we
yeah,
get one caution, it's gonna you just pit then and you're good because the race is so and so length. Right now, it's kind of I threw just a couple extra things in there, but yeah,
yeah. I feel like the races usually they're all at least a two stop. Sometimes three
yeah,
can depending on when the
and
cautions
that's kind
fall
of
and
the
stuff.
goal,
Yeah,
right? That's yeah, that's kind of what we're going for there.
yeah, without having to mess with the fuel tanks and having too long of a race and stuff.
Exactly. Race number 6. What you got?
We're going to ASP, um, Kansas. I love that meme, by the way. One of my favorite NASCAR memes. I think it's just such a shit post. I was saying it so much when I went to Kansas earlier in the year. Uh, but yeah, we got the
I forgot about it until you just said that. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie.
the Banquet 128 presented by Conagra Foods. Be careful with that one.
Yeah,
Um,
ConAgra
yeah.
Foods, by the way, an American consumer packaged goods holding company headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. So,
All right.
uh, yeah, they're now called ConAgra Brands,
All right.
formerly ConAgra Foods, and the A is capitalized on Wikipedia, so I think it's ConAgra, whatever those two together are. But that's a safe way to say it.
Yeah, it can get close sometimes. But yeah, that one's gonna be a night race. Kansas, obviously. I mean, I don't even think we need to say much on how great Kansas is. It's one of the best
Yeah, it
tracks.
rules. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you got options. We've had some great races there as of late. I believe that was our season finale, was it not? Last
yeah,
season.
yes.
So yeah, I mean it's gonna be great in this car. We've had 8 races there and a good mix of winners. So um, yeah, first night race of the season. Well, I guess the Sudlow is a night race, but first intermediate night race, and I think that'll help out with the handling. Obviously, with it being at night and being a little bit cooler temps, that'll give us some more grip and probably some closer racing. You would think.
It'll be kind of wild to see the amount of grip we'll gain and how we'll be able to fly around that place because I feel like we are going to be moving
Yeah.
in
Um,
the nighttime there. And also like one thing that's kind of cool is that like over the past couple years, Kansas has become uh a more top lane track than bottom.
Definitely.
With this car, does the bottom open up a little bit more? Does nighttime help the bottom open up? Like I think we could
You would think so.
see a multitude of strategies there. I think in the past we've had some people try different things, but then we all just wind up running the top. I know that like the next gen seasons are that way, where like you could try to go to the bottom, but like everybody's just gonna wind up around the top anyway.
Yeah.
And I think the trucks were kind of that way too,
The
where it was
trucks
like
were
if you weren't
definitely
running,
hugely top dominant.
yeah, you couldn't fucking do anything because like
Yeah.
even if you tried to make a pass on the inside in the trucks, like, you just didn't have anything because you just had to ride the top. So it's gonna be a little different than what we're used to when it comes to Kansas as far as running the top. That's where all the speed is. I mean, I still think the speed's gonna be up there, but I think you're gonna be flirting with danger if you run up there too much. So
Yeah. And then with
and
tire
then
saving and stuff too, like, you know, I would think like the way iRacing is now is the tire savings all around the bottom. But
mhm.
I mean, with this car and how Kansas is, I mean, you never know. So yeah, it'll be a
Yeah,
good one.
128 laps, 192 miles. It'll be it's one of our longers of the season. But yeah, I'm excited, man. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, through 8 races, Owens won 4 of them. It looks like. Kyle Purcell has won one. Shout out. Dylan Hoffman and
Ooh.
Judd won the truck race there, and Jack won last season
Yeah.
for the season finale. Wow, season finale to put a bow on his championship season. So yeah, that one's gonna be good. I don't even. I mean, that's probably one of the most obvious ones on here.
Yeah, very, very easy to say, hey, that one's gonna rock because it has all the time. And I think it will I think it'll get better than it was somehow in this car. Like if you didn't think it could get better, I think it can, and I think it's going to. So
Another
um
thing, just with all the tracks on the schedule, right, with this car, like I think, I mean, it's obviously always, we have 4 sets of tires, right? So I guess five
mhm,
if you count the ones you start on. But it's always
mhm,
so important. It's become more important recently with how these races have gone about like when you put those tires on and saving a set for the end. I think this
mhm.
season is that's gonna be so much more pronounced with
Yeah.
just like, I think I mean, you can bust your ass by yourself on this car really easily. I mean, you could in the Xfinity car, but with this car, I mean, it can really get out from under you in a hurry. So, I mean, it could be a real strung out race, and then 5 to go, somebody steps on it, and we got a whole new thing. I think
Yeah.
we see a lot of that this
And again,
season.
the first lap, cold lap tires, if you
Yeah,
do pit stop and then also I think we learned it real quick last night that the new tire guys, they got some speed. Like Cody was charging
yeah,
at the end of that race. So
definitely.
we got a good taste of that last night that like the guys who do take the set. So, I think we're also going to see I agree with you that I think we're going to see a lot of cases where someone has saved a set. But I also think we're going to see a lot of, guys who take the risk, take them early, and then we stay green. Those guys are gonna like dominate. Like
Yeah,
it's just not even gonna be close because of how important tires are. So
yeah. Um,
exciting.
it's gonna be good. Moving on, first race of September, we got Sonoma. I'm not looking
Yep,
forward to this race at all.
that's gonna be
Um,
it's gonna be a handful.
oh no, yeah, I'm itching to go. I did
Absolute handful.
some practice around here, and it is hard, um, which is exciting for me. I love it. Yeah, I mean, Sonoma is a tough road course in general, but this thing is just like the least built for road courses stock car probably on iRacing, I guess, other than the 87s. But um, yeah,
Even them, I say might be better suited on a
yeah,
road course
maybe they
than
probably have more
than
grip.
these things.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. You just got to slow them down a little earlier, but I bet they turn a hell of a lot better and don't try to kill you whenever you sniff the throttle.
yeah. 45
But
minutes. There's
it's gonna
still
feel like 10 hours.
Yeah, there's still discussions with you guys about how there's gonna be like a caution maybe,
hmm
or I know that's not all finalized yet, but
Yeah,
um,
more to come on that for sure.
yeah. So, but I mean, it's gonna be a great race anyways. I think Jack really showed that he had a lot of pace at Watkins Glen. So
hmm
I'm interested to see if that carries over to other road courses or if he's just maybe really good at Watkins Glen. He was up there with me and Owen, kind of dicing it for the win. So, um, yeah, I think Sonoma's going to be Sonoma's going to be great. I'm so happy it's back on the schedule. I think have we only done one race there before?
I think so. I don't. If we have, we've done maybe two, but I think one might be the
I
number.
think that was season. Yeah, it's
Um,
just one at season 6. Um, yeah, and I got a huge assist there from Joe to win by 34 seconds. I definitely because so I Joe was down here in the DFW area a few months ago, and we went out and had a couple of had a couple of cold ones. But we were talking about this
Pints. Yep.
race, and he explained to me like we were talking about road courses and stuff, and he's like, yeah, at Sonoma, I just was like insanely hard to pass, and I just held up all those guys um, behind you. And because at the end of that race, I was like, holy shit, 34 seconds. I felt like I wasn't that much better than everybody. But yeah, Joe just got the track position in front of Donnelly and Owen, and they just could not. I mean, Joe is very well known to be really hard to pass in this league when he does show up, and I mean that was probably the
Absolutely.
best representation of that. Started ninth, finished second, and yeah, 3 guys behind him finished within 4 seconds. So he was just, yeah. I mean, I probably shouldn't have won by that
Holy
much, but
cow!
um, yeah, he
I see
was
that right
he
now.
was holding them up. I think I still win either way, but it wouldn't have been by that much. So
Did you know you have an average running position in that race of 0.0?
that's weird. How does that work?
I don't know, but I think that's what helped you get your. I believe 140 is the perfect driver rating, right?
Oh, look at that.
So
We
yeah,
need to see
you swept it.
how often that happens. Um, I
How
can't
often the 140 has happened?
see, but I
I
don't
feel
get
like,
that because I didn't lead all the laps. Judd led a lap. Jeez, that was a 55 lap race. Bring that back. That's my petition.
oh,
Bring back the long road courses. Um,
jeez, that would 50. That's like over an hour racing. Good lord,
yeah, I love it. Yeah, hour and 14 minutes, no cautions. Beautiful stuff.
it sounds
Um,
like my legs hurt.
well, in real life, how long is the race? Like 90 something laps?
Yeah,
Yeah, but they
yeah,
have breaks, so
yeah,
um,
and they're professionals.
yeah. Well,
I
so
would dare I say that a seat in a cup car too, and just like being in it in general is a lot more comfortable than this thing I bought off Amazon that's
probably,
sitting right next to me. Yeah,
probably. I mean, it's molded to your body, so.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, that's Sonoma. Looking forward to it. One of 2 road
yep,
courses on the schedule, and that will
yep,
lead us into one of the most exciting developments, original ideas that the admin team has had, probably
completely original.
maybe ever. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it is the. Yeah, I'll let you go. What are we talking about here?
Oh, are you talking about our very own bracket challenge?
Tell me about
This is
that.
an
I've never
idea.
heard of this.
Yeah, this is an idea I took from like I don't know if you've ever heard of March Madness,
Oh,
but they
the
do this thing where
that's a
they have
soccer thing, right?
brackets. Yeah, exactly. And they have brackets and they have teams go one on one, and then at the very end, two teams play, and they have like an overall champion. The NBA actually kind of took borrowed this idea this year. That's really where the
Okay,
inspiration came from was the NBA. Yeah,
gotcha.
strictly the NBA, nothing else.
Okay,
Of in the middle of the season, let's have a little tournament to spice things up and have an award for the middle of the season. Kind of get the regular season stuff going, some head-to-head matchups. But yeah, no, we're gonna be doing a little 16. So it's as easy as we're not gonna complicate it like NASCAR did.
sure.
Um, when they stole the idea from me, we're not gonna complicate it. It's gonna just be 1 to 16 on points. If we
So is
don't,
that going to
uh,
be the Sim Racer Hub points or the Drop Week standings points?
I'll use yours. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because I think that's only fair that if
right.
so
If
so
people miss a race,
maybe what we'll do is we could even kind of do like a blend of that where we take those and we'll just drop everyone's three worst from the first half leading up to it.
yeah, I like that.
And then, I'm just spitballing right now. So maybe we'll make it a little more complicated. But yeah, like I'll take the whole every race leading up to it, drop your three worst points.
Well,
There's your
that works
seeds, right?
because it's
And
6 races, so you basically have 6 races to get 3 scores, and that seeds you.
exactly.
Yeah,
So that's kind of that's I like that. I like where your head's out
yeah.
there. That's kind of what we'll do. So yeah, now that I think about it, it is 100% not at all like the one that NASCAR just tried to do that they stole from me. So Yeah, so we'll seed you like that. We'll throw you on a bracket. Everybody can like have fun to fill out the brackets. I figured my idea behind it was like Jeff Gluck said, I think, on his podcast, something that I absolutely loved. After the first Atlanta race and the real one where everybody got like destroyed and the brackets were all fucked.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? He's like, this thing is just like it doesn't affect the racing at all.
No.
Like it's not gonna have any real effect, but it's something that's just fun to talk about. And it's just an added layer of head to head that's just kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
You know?
I will say in real life, I agree it doesn't affect the racing. But
Yeah.
in our thing, I think it has a chance to. Like, I think if we get to if you advance, you get to Iowa, Chicagoland. Like
Hmm.
if you're not in contention for the championship or anything, which I mean, we probably have like 4 to 5 guys who that's going to be the main thing on their mind. They're probably not going to care much about the bracket, but like if you're not in contention for the championship, you will probably race that guy and like base your strategy off of that guy, right?
Right, which is kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I mean that's
A
and
little
that is
different.
cool. Like it's cool in real life that it's just kind of there. But I think I mean it's going to change the way these races go. Um, I pulled up the standings. This is not entirely accurate because, like you said, we're going to do the drop weeks
Hmm.
instead of the Sim Racer Hub standings. But the matchups for if we did this last year after race 6, it
Oh, I
would
love
be
this.
it would be Jack versus Matt Donnelly. It would be
Okay.
Dylan Hoffman versus Travis. It would be
Okay.
myself versus Austin. Then you'd have
Oh.
Brandon Combs versus Judd, Owen
Okay.
versus Christian, Dylan
Oh.
Perry versus Nick Sargent,
Oh.
Ben Colts versus Cody Jackson,
Wow.
and Ben Dunn versus Zach Roten. Um, so yeah, those are some fucking awesome matchups. And then
Right? That's the kind of shit that I want to go for, right? Like it's
yeah,
let's have some fun. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I think you gave me the idea and I really liked it and then saw how this kind of went here and saw people like kind of getting into it or in the real world and saw people getting into it. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Like, let's try it.
yeah. I
Not
think
gonna
it'll be
affect
cool.
anything, right?
No, really. I mean, and
So
it's 16 drivers. Like we will, and I'm assuming it could get. Hopefully, this kind of because in the middle of the season we can kind of have some laps in attendance.
mhm,
I'm hoping this can kind of fix that. Like if you're in the bracket and you're not just going to give away a race, right? Because if you don't show up,
right?
that's a loss, basically, right? So, um,
Exactly.
yeah,
Give
we'll
yourself a
see.
chance at least, right? So yeah, so that I guess we can kind of just take this chunk out of the schedule. We're just gonna go Darlington, Iowa, Chicagoland, Indy. Those are the 4 tracks for the tournament itself. You know, I think it's a good combination of tracks.
Definitely.
And again, completely original idea to have the last race wrap up at Indianapolis. I
Right.
think that's something that only we're doing, and it's special. And what a crazy place to have that thing be on the line. But yeah, like who cares? And maybe if people like it and people seem like they're into it, it'll stick around and I'll come up with like a recurring award. I had some rough thoughts of like, dude, let me get like a championship belt or something stupid. And we do this every other season, and then the person keeps the belt until the next one.
Yeah.
Something, so like a green jacket of the Masters, right, or something like that, right,
Yeah.
where you get to show off the hey, look, you won this thing, right? So
Yeah. I mean,
it's all just spitballing, trying to create some fun, trying to give us some shit to talk about.
yeah. I mean, I would
If we
love
don't
to
have
see
enough.
this. I'd love to see it every season. Obviously, let's see how it goes. But um, yeah. I mean, I think it's a sick idea. Darlington, obviously.
Darlington for round one.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a challenge. Um,
Yeah.
I think probably. I mean, we'll see what the matchups are, but I think it might be most of the matchups probably will be pretty easy to handicap.
Hmm.
You would think just because that's such like a. I mean, it's you're either good there or you're not. I feel like. I mean, we're gonna have people looking at the fucking stats for everything, right?
Yeah.
And seeing like, okay, when
Yeah.
I'm filling out my bracket, I'm assuming there's gonna be some way for everybody to like fill out a bracket. Um,
Absolutely, yeah. That
yeah,
blank one's gonna go around once I get it set, and I'm gonna even do it cool where like I'm just gonna like update it every week as the points stand
yeah,
as we lead up to it. So,
cool.
um, so yeah, it's just something cool to keep an eye on. So we started off with our Mountain Dew Southern 171 at Darlington.
Mm.
Um, so I did not know that Mountain Dew used to sponsor the Southern 500. In case you're wondering, Mountain Dew, it is a oh, there's no quick description. Never mind. I was gonna do something funny, but
Well,
Wikipedia has a lot of information about Mountain Dew that I did not need.
interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that'll start us off. We'll roll right into the Red Bull 150 at Iowa. Iowa did not have a race in 2003, so I figured I'd name it after our retired race control
I like it.
guy and his love for Red Bull, in his home state. And then we cruise right into watch out for the oranges. Tropicana 192 of Chicagoland.
Mm,
We just got a little taste of that last night. I think that's going to be a great race.
yeah, definitely.
Um, and then end it with the Brickyard Indy, 90 laps at Indy. We can kind of dive into that a little more. That should be fun.
Yeah, Indy. Indy is again one of my favorite ovals. I
It's
feel
another
like
one we haven't done a lot of, right? Like we've done it 6 times, so we've done it a handful of times, but not a ton.
yeah. Well, one of those was the road course.
You're right. That's right.
So
That's a good
really only
point.
5 on the oval. Yeah,
Yep.
and then it's
I
been different variations of the oval. I guess that really doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, I think we only did like one time on like the old one, right? And then
Okay, one of these on the oval was actually the fun race in season 9 in the IndyCar. So only 4 points races on the
that
oval.
makes more sense because it
Yeah.
feels like you know, it feels like we've not been there that much. So
The race that I won here was it was like me, Judd, and Parker kind of battling for the lead all race, and then Parker and Judd got together late, and then it was me versus Joe on the restart. And I think you finished like third or fourth that race. Let me pull it up because you were like commentating the final lap. Yeah, you finished
sounds about
fourth.
right.
Um,
Yep. It was Steven
but
and I had a really close race there too, I
yes,
believe.
yes. And Joe was leading going into turn 3, and I passed him in between 3 and 4, I think, um, for the win, which was yeah one of my more satisfying victories. So I really
Hell
like
yeah.
that place. Um, I think we raced there in season 11. That's right, in the trucks. It would have
Donnelly
been.
won, I think, right?
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I made a bad strategy call there, and that's why I'm 7th. Because
Minimal
I
cautions.
remember being really fast in that race, but made the wrong call. Um, but yeah,
Looks like we averaged about 3 cautions a race, so that's pretty cool to see.
yeah,
Everybody does a good job with that.
yeah, and we're gonna
But yeah,
crown
oh yeah,
a
that's
crown a bracket champion there too.
yeah. So that should be a good time, and look forward to the Brickyard, which is the name after the start finish line's made of bricks. I don't know if you know that or not, but
Oh, is that okay? The Yard of Bricks.
I think the whole thing used to be. I don't know. I don't know enough about that place.
I
That's a
believe
Judd or Christian
you're
thing.
right there. I believe it did
Yeah,
used to be entirely bricks, and it's called the Yard of Bricks. I learned. I mean, I figured this out a few years ago, but
it's longer than a
it's
yard. Yeah.
oh well. Oh, is it? I thought the start finish line was a yard long. That's what they
Oh,
call it
like
then.
the actual.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is a yard of bricks because I always thought before that they were just
Huh.
referring to the yard that it's in, like it's the yard of bricks.
Like it used to just be a yard of bricks, and that was a
Correct.
racetrack,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Yeah.
like an area of bricks. But no, I think the yard like the finish line is a yard long, and it is
Hmm,
bricks. I believe that's. I don't know. Somebody
that
correct me
makes
on that.
sense.
But
That makes sense.
yeah, going from one crown jewel in the schedule to another, our longest
Oh,
mile and a half. The
this
brings us
stretch from here, from that Indy race out, is just awesome.
bangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte. I somehow lucked into the win last season on Charlotte. With the strategy. I mean, I obviously ran a good final stint, but made the right call. And yeah, I really did used to hate Charlotte, but it's really grown on me over the years now that I've like figured
Yeah.
out how to drive it. But yeah, great track. Obviously, a night
We have
race.
some history at this track too. As a league, man. We've been here a lot.
Yeah. I'm pulling up
It's
the stats right now. What do you
I got
see?
14 total starts. There may have been some all stars here and there, but like pretty much, yeah. I believe there was an all star. There was one there, maybe two. Yeah, both of the ones that happened in season 6 were all stars, but then I think we pretty much reserved it for regular season, I believe.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, we've had 15 total races, but on the oval itself. Yep. So
Yeah, a lot of
wild,
10
wild
different
stuff.
winners if you include those all-star races. Yeah, I mean 1,980 laps. So we'll get to
Mm,
2,000 on this one. 69 cautions. Shout out. Pretty cool stuff.
hell
Um,
yeah.
we're not running the Roval.
No, not this year. No.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, sorry to tell you.
Well,
Didn't talk to iRacing. They didn't have a setup for it. I would have considered it.
they don't even have the new Roval. So I'm assuming when the new Roval comes out, that's got to be we got to do that one. I'm gonna vote for
We can take a look at it. We can
that.
take a look at it.
But yeah, I mean Charlotte is a lot like Kansas. I feel like everybody really likes it, and
Hmm.
you know what more can you say?
Night race as well. Very
Beautiful.
similar.
Hopefully we see some. Um, I don't know if maybe we started a tradition last year with the kind of the armed forces paint schemes. Um,
Yeah, it's gonna be in the middle of October. So, but I like the idea of running it back just as
yeah.
a. Oh, speaking of running it back, Darlington Throwback Week. Put it on your calendars.
Mm,
Yeah, forgot to mention that too. But yeah, so I kind of like where you're at too. Kind of just like a once a season have like a use that Charlotte race like a
patriotic
military
scenes.
appreciation night, right? We just learned we got two guys in the Air Force
Yeah,
active in our league last night, so shout out to them. Thank you for your service,
absolutely.
maybe we'll just I like that keep that going as a way to honor them. Um,
Yeah,
but dude, I'm excited. It's always 134 laps. It's 200 miles. It's our
it's a
quote
long
unquote
one.
longest race outside of the mileage of the bigger tracks. But as far as the mile and a half go, this is a good race. It's always been a good race. This place rules. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's always a battle in 134 laps, four sets of tires at a track that likes to eat them with cars that have a lot of power. I think that's gonna get to be the most interesting part for sure.
Yeah, I think I hope it gets strung out and we have some long runs. But with that race, I mean everybody. I feel like that one is similar to Daytona in like you really want to win the Charlotte race every season. At least
Yep,
I do. Like
I agree.
it's
I'm with you.
it's a special one. It's kind of a we need to like identify what the crown jewels are in the
Yeah,
CRS. I
I would
mean,
say we can definitely say the Celo and Charlotte is one. I
yeah,
mean, you know, the Glen always makes an appearance, but I don't know if it's a
I would say
crown jewel.
maybe the Glen, but
Maybe Dover. Dover's always a good race.
Dover is a good one that I always want to win too.
Yeah,
That's a good
that's just
discussion.
me because it's my home track, right? So
Yeah. Um,
that's
yeah.
you
So
know,
that's Charlotte. Then we got the second road
Charlotte
course race, Watkins Glen. Um,
kept it classic with the road courses this year. I figured, old car, old type schedule, everything's kind of themed to old. Let's have the two tracks they used to run.
yeah. Um, obviously the new Watkins Glen layout is a lot I would say easier to drive than when they were running on it, but um,
Sure, but we don't know how these curves are going to react, man. You might jump a curb that you could do in a lot of other cars, and this thing doesn't like it
yeah,
because,
true.
we had
It'll
a lot of people
definitely
learn last night that the apron is not nice at Kansas like it is in the
yeah,
new cars. So
true, yeah.
we could have the same thing there where people could get aggressive on the curves and learn that this thing doesn't like curves or something like that. I think we'll find out a lot about that at Sonoma too.
Yeah, I mean Sonoma. I've done some laps on Sonoma. I haven't got to on Watkins Glen yet, but I would assume. I mean Watkins Glen. The past few years we've done it like or seasons rather in the ARCA, the Trucks, Xfinity. It's I don't feel like it's as difficult as other road courses.
I agree.
Um, just because
Seven
everybody,
turns or whatever.
yeah, everybody has a lot of time on it, and the turns are all. I would say the turns are all pretty similar to like an oval turn. There's like banking in turn one and the carousel, so you
Hmm.
can run that a lot like an oval, and it's just like all out. It's an all
It's
out
just it's
type
an
of road
easy
course.
like I don't want to say it's easy, but it's one of the easier road courses to learn
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
it's not super complex. It's very
It's
well
pretty
marked when
wide.
it comes to braking. Yeah, like so it's there's a lot of things there that you know excuse me provide it with you know its raceability is very high for
Yeah,
a wide range of people given their road racing skills. You know what I mean?
yeah. That being said, with this car, I think it kind of goes back to being like really difficult. Because
Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
I
this
think
thing
both courses
is,
are gonna be road courses are gonna be really hard.
and that's when I love a road course is when it's really difficult because
Hmm.
it's it's a challenge. So I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously, I always look forward to the road courses.
Yeah.
So yeah, 45
Wow,
minutes.
we go straight from that to your home race too.
Yes, 20 minutes away. The old
Mm.
layout of Texas, which is objectively the better one. Um, it's been a minute since we've run on that track. I feel
Yeah,
like
honestly, what it is that a lot of cars only come with one Texas setup, and it's the new
right.
one, and
Yeah.
they're so different that I just feel like if we're doing fixed Irish and setups, like man, it like
Oh no, you couldn't
um
run a setup for the new track on
yeah,
that.
it'd be terrible, right? So
Just wouldn't work.
yeah, so yeah, we got it back. They put up. I was so pumped to see that when I tested to see what setups were available when I went and looked. To see that there were two Texases, a Texas 2020 and a Texas Oval. And I knew exactly what that means. And that means that this Texas Oval setup is the old setup. And that means we get old Texas back. So that's gonna be really cool. Um 126 laps. We haven't raced there, like you said, in a while.
Yeah,
We
season
did it what?
10,
Like
June 10th,
yeah.
2024. So it's been over a
And
year.
even
It'll be a
that
year
was
and a half by the time we get there.
I was about to say we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then didn't come back till 9, and then 10, and then now it's coming back again. So we took a humongous break of racing this track, and we raced it. Let's see, what is that? That was the old Gen 4 we raced there, and what was season 10? I don't even remember. Um,
Season
we
10
raced
was the
the
old
ARCA
ARCA
car
car.
there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was uh, that was the last times that we've raced there. That's the only cars we've really raced there. I think we raced like an Xfinity season or two there, but like um, you know,
Yes,
yeah, really.
season 9 and the Gen 4. I remember being so bad.
I thought I won one of these fucking things.
I
Did I
think
not?
you
No.
almost won the one that
Yeah.
I did in season 1. I think that was another
That's the
battle.
one. That's the one. You know what it was? I think it was a late pit stop that nobody else followed me down. I did the old Chase Elliott. I pulled in the pits and no one else went,
Yeah.
and then I couldn't get back to the pack. I think that's exactly what happened there.
Yep.
Um,
That was a 134 lap race. Jeez. Um, so
dude, we
yeah,
used to have crazy long races.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's.
but yes, Texas excited to go back. Um, it's always fun to have a home race, you know.
I was about to say you get a home race.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, you
Obviously,
can kind of count Coda, but I don't count Coda for you.
I mean, well,
It's in the state, but like
I am physically located closer to Texas Motor Speedway right now, but
Mhm.
in Houston, Coda is closer, and
Mm.
I think I've actually, well, I don't know. I don't know. I've probably been to them about the same amount of times. I've been to Coda like 8 times, and TMS I would assume is probably about 8. I would think. So
Mm.
I mean, they're both like my home tracks, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Coda is a road course, so I would maybe consider that more. But yeah, I mean, any race in Texas, I'm happy about. I don't think
hell
Coda
yeah.
is probably going to come back anytime soon, so I will definitely take the old Texas before they ruined it.
Yeah, anytime there's an old Texas available, you can count me in on putting it in there because I love it as
Love
well.
it.
It's it's a fun layout, fun track. It's kind of like it feels like to me like a blend of Charlotte and Atlanta as far as it's kind of
Yeah,
shaped like Charlotte and it's kind of drives and is worn like Atlanta. So um it's a lot of fun in that aspect. I think that's another place where you look at 126 laps and only having 4 extra sets of tires. That's going to require a little. You have to be smart there. That's for
yeah,
sure.
definitely. Moving on to Nashville, 130 laps there.
Mm,
Mileage
beauty.
wise, not super long necessarily, but 130 laps. I was looking at this kind of when you sent the schedule out. That seems like a pretty long race.
Yeah, it is for sure. It's I think this whole just last stretch of the season that I talked about is just kind of a lo- a longer finish. I think it's kind of after Charlotte, all our races are kind of long on the way in, except for Watkins Glen. So,
Hmm.
yeah, 130 laps, but they're quick laps here. It's shorter track. It's what how long is this track? It's like 1.3 miles or something like
Something
that. It's
like that.
not
Yeah,
yet.
it's a
It's
30
not
second
quite a
lap.
mile and a half.
It's a 30
Yeah, it's
second lap.
not quite a mile and a half, um, but
Very
yeah, so
unique
30
track.
second lap. I mean, that's the same as all the other mile and a halves, but yeah, it's very unique concrete. Like the cup cars, that shit, they haven't raced there in forever. So the fact that there was a setup is what really piqued my eye and was like, oh, that could be a lot of fun,
I
right?
think this will be a lot of fun in the Gen 4. Like
Hmm.
you're definitely gonna have to use the brakes. I haven't run any laps on it, but um, yeah, I mean it's I think like you'll be able to run the high line a little bit in this car when the tires get worn out. Like I think this is gonna be an awesome race. We've only done one race there in the league, surprisingly. That was season 11 in the trucks, and there were zero cautions. So that was probably our only race that season that had no cautions, other than the road courses. So yeah, I think this track can get really spread out. The trucks were way more spread out than probably like they should have been because the dirty air there was so terrible. But uh,
Yeah,
yeah, that was a that this the race we did there was a huge boost to my championship that season. Because it was later in the season, like how it is here. So I'm looking forward to going back there.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's I don't really know what history I've had there. I think I've just had a bunch of like nothing stands out to me as like bad, so I'll take it, right? Like
Yeah,
I don't have any bad memories in Nashville, but I also don't have any really like great ones. But I do. I just remember that I like the track a lot.
yeah,
I think it's a
it's
fun
fun.
track. I think we learned that in season 11. Like we took the trucks there, and it was just like it was a good race, and I think we had a good time. But we didn't have a single caution. It went completely green. It took an hour and 8 minutes. So
Yeah,
and we ran 128 laps there prior. So uh, you know, definitely an hour and 8 minutes. So it's pretty quick race. That's for
yeah.
sure.
I think that the
Um,
in the truck, this track is somewhat easy to drive, but in
mhm.
this car in the Gen 4, it's going to be a handful. So
Holy cow.
I
Yeah.
think it's good that it's at the end of the season. So hopefully people kind of have their feet underneath them and yeah, figure out how to drive the car and yeah, hopefully we can have another long cautionless race. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And I think that hasn't happened in a little while. I don't think in our league, but I think the chances of it happening this year are up there, especially at like a place where it's not super crazy difficult or likely that you're going to crash yourself. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think I really look forward to the challenge that's going to be Nashville. I think everybody kind of does because, um, it's Nashville and Iowa are the two tracks on the schedule where we never really got to see this generation of car raced. All the other ones, we've like those races exists of this car on that track. We never got to see those two for Iowa
Yeah.
and Nashville. So, that's kind of cool. It's kind of just new to everybody, right? It's something different, but the Nashville hot chicken 130. I don't know if you've ever had Nashville hot chicken, like
Oh yeah.
authentic, but it is
Oh, I guess
crazy.
not from Nashville, but
Yeah,
um,
it's it's a little different there, but that's what everyone says. I'm sure it's the
yeah.
same sauce.
You mentioned us not having a cautionless race in a while. This actually was the last one that we
Oh,
had.
there you go.
Uh,
Yeah.
December 3rd, 2024. So um,
Wow.
there was a couple races after that in season 11, which had cautions, and every race last season had a caution. So um, yeah, hopefully we can get at least one of those this season. I think probably
Yeah, I think
early
we
in the
can.
season that's probably not going to happen just because people are learning how to drive this car and it's a handful. But as we go, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Moving on into the final four races of the season, probably hopefully we'll have a good championship battle going into Talladega. I love Talladega being this late on the schedule because it's
Me
like
too.
the the championship is usually somewhat in question, and then so whoever has the lead going into Talladega, it is the most terrifying thing. Uh,
Yep.
so yeah, I mean Talladega,
And
hopefully,
having it like way later is kind of cool because like we're gonna learn a lot at Daytona with how to super speedway race these
Yeah,
things with each other. We're gonna learn a lot in our clash, and then also at the actual Daytona race. But then I think everybody's gonna learn a lot, and then come this race, especially when it matters so much more, you have to put all that to use, right? And
yeah,
make sure you've got it figured out. So that'd be pretty cool to see who learns the most from the first 2 weeks that we get on a super speedway, and then we take a long break until we get to Dega, to see who remembers what to do and how to make moves in these things. I'm excited to see how these things drive on those tracks. I think Dega's gonna be crazier because it's so wide. You know, we're pretty good at running there 3 wide on our own. Now would just give us even more powerful cars. Yeesh. That's gonna be interesting.
yeah. I mean, I think you pretty much hit everything from Talladega. Talladega's
Yeah.
Talladega. That might be like a
Yeah.
crown jewel, you know?
Yeah, it's always been there. You're right.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
so and
And our
people
former
really want to win that one.
our former race control does think will probably think that this is the race that I named after him, not the Red Bull race in Iowa, but Aaron, this is the company Aaron's.
Mm,
I don't think I need to provide any backstory on them. They do like some
mm.
rentals and shit. I don't know, but someone's gonna try and come in here and take the throne from Dylan because he's won 5 races at Talladega.
Good Lord, Austin Hill.
Um, yeah, seriously, he's our little Austin Hill there, and then Austin Bloom himself has won 2.
Is that it?
Irby has
So
a
the
win
only
there.
winners? Oh, Christian
No,
won.
Irby has a win there. Owen finally got a win there.
Right.
Joe has a win there. Drift has a win there, and
Look at that.
Christian got a win. So quite the spread there. But yeah, Dylan dominating that category with 5 wins. So we'll see if our Talladega King can keep it going in this new car. We'll have to see.
I think
I think that was a self-proclaimed Talladega King too. I think he gave that to himself.
I think I'll have to think back to the stat report, but I want to say like I want to say like 8 of the 9 previous races that Dylan has run at Talladega, so basically all of them he's finished top 3.
Yeah,
It
that
was
sounds
something
about
like
right.
that. Like it was I think going into the race it was 7 of the last 8 that he's done, he's finished in the top 3.
Mm,
I want to say that's what it was.
jeez.
So he's I mean, yeah, he definitely knows how to get around that place. And when we go to super speedways, I just find myself like if I'm behind him, I just do whatever he does. And
Yeah.
because he's so good, like I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that. Like that's such an advantage because you
Hmm.
know basically whatever you do, somebody's gonna go with you. Whereas it's like most of the guys in the field, you're thinking like, I hope this guy goes with me. Dylan pretty much knows like people are gonna go with him. It's just like
Yep.
fucking Dale Jr. back then. Like so, but he's obviously
So just to
he's earned that reputation. I'm not saying like you know
just to verify what you were saying there, if I go back the last, let's call it, fuck it, let's go all of them. First, sixth, first, third, first, 10th, second, second. So
yeah
an average finish of 2.8 over 10 freaking races is crazy. Um, those are SVG on road course numbers. So,
yeah.
uh, you
Dylan
know,
has 18 wins and 5 of them are at Talladega. That's crazy.
that is crazy. Holy shit.
Um,
Um,
yeah, like
yep. Then
30% basically.
So 95 laps. Technically, our longest race is 252 miles, just because the track's a little longer, but it is 5 laps shorter than the Sedlo. But track's a little bigger. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. I see some 3 wide racing and hard racing in our future.
Yeah,
Interested to see how well these things push, and like I said, what everybody learns about when to and when not to. So
yeah,
um, we're gonna all have to learn a lot in week 1 and week 2 at Daytona to be ready for Talladega. So
yeah. And I won't learn anything. I guess I'll learn some in the clash.
mhm,
But
mhm.
so we'll see. And then
I'll fill you in on the deets.
beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
We'll talk about it after the Sedlo.
Hopefully somebody's streaming. And I'll be able to watch it. But I guess Christian will be
Usually
streaming.
Christian
Yeah.
is, yeah.
So yeah, I'll definitely tune in and watch. Even though I won't be able to be there. But going into our final 3 races, talk about 3 rough racetracks.
Mm.
Dover, 145 laps. I mean, that's
Oh,
probably maybe the oval that I'm looking forward to the most, other than
injected into
maybe
my veins.
Rockingham. I mean, Dover is awesome. Um,
It's really fun in these cars. I've done it. I did it on a week 13 when they first launched it, and it's just like it's a handful, but it's a good time, and I still had a little bit of speed in me, and I was like, okay, I still got it out here at Dover, so still trying to win that home race. I've come close a lot of times, and I'm gonna try and make sure I do it this year because I like my chances in this car at getting a win this year. I'd love to have it come there.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Hopefully, you don't have to wait until Dover to do it. But
I
um,
agree. I do agree with that a lot.
I think Dover, since it's only a mile, 145 laps, if you could make the tires last and we don't get a caution, I think that could be a one stop.
It's the only reason that I haven't extended that race longer is because I don't know if 4 sets is enough for 145 laps, let alone like 175 laps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
I
but yeah,
feel like
that's
in the
that's
Xfinity car, we were talking at the beginning, like because I think it was a similar distance. Like if you can get the tires to last that long, the fuel can go that long. But it's more of a
yeah, and
question
we
of the
and
tires.
I think we've had people try that at Dover races in the past. I think Dover is well known for people trying something like that because
Yeah,
that's one of the ones where when it comes to strategy and tank size, I would have to increase the race by a lot to throw more strategy into it than what there already is. So this is one of the tougher ones to kind of pick a lap count on based on
yeah. Well,
creating a little strategy possibly.
even if I think it's perfect though, because even if you do go for the one stop and you make that work, like the two stop might actually be faster still.
Yeah,
Because
like
you
they're
pit
gonna be
on like
lapping. They're gonna be flying.
yeah, you'd pit on like lap 47 and 95, and then
Yeah.
run to the end. So, but that guy who pitted once, they're going to be so slow at the end of those runs. Like,
Hmm.
if it could go green, I would love to see it go green and see which one would work. I feel like they'd be pretty similar as far as like time goes. So,
Yeah, I think your guy on I think the two stopper would be hauling ass around that track trying to get to that guy.
yeah,
I think that would be pretty fun. Yeah,
it'd be great. Yeah, Dover's always a great one.
it's awesome.
Do you
I
have the
love it.
stats up for that one or previous winners and stuff?
I can hang on 1 second here. Apparently, I closed that tab out because I'm an idiot.
Here, I can.
Let's see. I know that Combs is a win there. I know that I think Owens won some races there. I think Austin won at his damn home track before I did. I
He did, yeah.
believe.
He won season 8 in the next gen.
Yep.
I won season
Yep.
9 in
So
the truck, but Joe really should have won that race, but he sped on pit road. Um,
yep. And then after Joe threw that race away, I threw that race away too. So
yeah, but
I've had a
you
couple of these damn
you
Dover races that I should have won.
you pitted an extra time, I think.
I went
Yeah,
for a different strategy.
yeah, yeah. Joe just made a mistake. I mean, you
I think that was the race where it was a clear one stop and I went for the 2 and I
yeah,
didn't have enough
yeah, because it
time.
was
That's what it
130
was.
laps.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it was a very clear one stop. I went for 2 and it didn't work. So, um,
yeah. But
but
see,
yeah, I always feel
if
strong
that
there.
race was
It's
145 laps, I mean, I don't think you finished too far behind me in that one though.
no, I don't think so either.
It was 15 seconds. So if it's 15 more laps and you're on newer tires, I mean, I don't know.
I'm rolling.
I think
I got a
actually, I want to say Christian did your strategy and he finished 4 seconds behind me. Because
mm.
I seem to remember him catching me quite a bit. I don't know if he just had like better track position.
I remember one of the races he did like a crazy strategy. I don't think it was that one because I think it was the opposite. I think it was like the one. I think he went for the one stop strategy and it worked. In one of those races that we did, I think it was might have been the one that Owen won, but
Maybe.
Owen's got our best average finish there. Average finish of 3 through 10 starts, which is pretty good. I'm at 6.4 or 10. I'm the second highest through a higher number of starts.
There was one race. It was either season
It's a
seven or
good
season
feeling.
8. Um, where I was like ready to finish third, and then me and Dan got together on the last lap. I can't remember if I think that was like my fault, but um,
Let's see. It looks like this race did not have a Dan in it, so it wasn't season 8.
it must have been season 7 because I think it was the next gen. Maybe it was Xfinity. I don't know. I usually tend to try and forget the bad races, but
Of course.
um, yeah,
Don't we all?
Dover's one of the favorites I think among most of us. So looking forward to that one. Um, and then yeah, the final
Oof.
two, Atlanta, old Atlanta. Um,
Oof.
I'm excited to go there and try to redeem myself after a just terrible run. Um,
Talk about a handful.
yeah, yeah,
The
that.
toughest challenge of the race could be or the season could be one of the most important races of the season, depending on what your point situation is.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
think
true.
that was kind of my theory with having it here is like, you know what, the hardest, in my opinion, the race that I think is going to be the hardest is going to be second. Honestly, I think the last three could be some of our hardest races and outside the road courses, and they're all at the end of the season. So
Yeah, I mean maybe you throw Darlington and Rockingham in there too, but
exactly,
um, yeah, I mean they're spread out well, and then yeah, these last three, Atlanta's going to be awesome. I did do an AI race there, but again, it's not correct apparently, but still, late in the run on the tires, like it was so hard. Even going through the trial, you're like loose.
I
So
love that. That's amazing.
you should be able to do a two stop, but you're gonna have to be very delicate on the tires. So hopefully that
Yeah,
one
that
gets. I will say I don't. I mean, we'll see how people figure this car out, but I don't think that one's going green the whole way.
that I know. And if there's one on the schedule I want to go green, it's that one.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's where I feel strongest. That and Dover probably. So I don't know. I learned last night. Maybe I want Chicagoland to go green. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean any of those
Um,
long, those mile and a halfs, those fast ones, I think it will be
yeah,
super fun if it goes green. But um, yeah,
we wrap it
Atlanta
all up the way it should be
as God
in
intended.
Miami. Yep, as it all should
Miami.
be, as it all should be. Bienvenido a Miami, and
Look at that.
welcome to Miami for people who don't know Spanish.
Well, yeah. I mean Homestead. Last season, Homestead kind of sucked. Um, because of I don't know if it was like the temperature or just the way Xfinity was there, but
Yeah,
Dirty Air was terrible, and
a lot of bottom racing
the
too.
fast line was around the bottom, and I think everybody kind of wanted to run the top, but it just wasn't good. So
Hmm.
that was kind of a bummer. Obviously, Homestead is usually great. So with this car, though, I feel like it we will have some more options with that with running the top, just because I mean late in the runs, the bottom is such low grip late in the runs, and in Xfinity you could just kind of aero block. Like that was what I did late in the race, I think, to come home to like a fourth. But um,
Also, it is currently incorrect as we look at it, but it's going to get updated as we speak. That is a night race.
okay, I
Yep,
love
I
it.
didn't have
Yeah, I
that.
mean, I figured it
Didn't have
would
that on
be.
there.
Figured it
Yep,
would be for Homestead.
I just caught that. I just wanted to clear that up real quick.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we have some good points battles. I'm sure we will somewhere in the field. Hopefully it's for the championship because that would be electric with Atlanta and Homestead. I mean, you want to talk about having to step up to the plate and do it. I mean, those are two tracks where
Right?
you really got to bring everything.
Survive Dega, get through Dover, Atlanta, Miami. That's how someone may have to end the season. Maybe multiple people just to earn points or to gain a spot in points is you're gonna have to last four races, survive Dega, Dover, Atlanta, Homestead. Good luck.
I mean, literally
Um,
from Charlotte to Homestead, there's not an
that's what I
easy.
mean, man.
There's
That
not an
stretch is
easy track.
phenomenal. That stretch is just phenomenal.
Yeah. Um, Chicagoland's going to be tough. Indy, I'm sure, will be its own challenge, but I mean, yeah, that whole thing is going to be that'll be fun. Hopefully, um, we'll have a bracket champion, after Indy, and then we roll into the final stretch and crown a season champion.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot of fun. One thing we didn't talk
Just
about
to be a
was
well-deserved one, that's for sure.
yeah, definitely. One thing we didn't talk about was the All Star. That's the week after Kansas. Any
Yep,
any any little
TBD.
tidbits you want to drop on that one?
I've just got a TBD on that one. All I can really say is that um, that one is during a week where Dylan and I are out. Judd and Owen are going to be in charge of selecting and running for the season. So more to come on that
Okay.
once we make a decision. But yeah, that's our week of the year where we are just straight up out. So you know, lucky that the schedule maker took that into consideration.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so Judd and Owen are going to be heading that up this year,
Okay.
which will be pretty fun. They're going to, they came up with the end of the season race, which it seems like everybody enjoyed, and that was kind of similar format. of like we like to do something a little crazy, a little flip in the field, a little this, a little that, right? Something like that. So I have nothing but faith that they're going to come up with something good
I'm sure they
and
will.
entertaining for that week as well. Who knows where? I don't know. We'll find out. So yeah, I have a lot of faith put in them to figure that there. But yeah, the clutch on in between Kansas and Sonoma. I was just looking at you look at the schedule. It's kind of cool if you break it up into little pods. So you take those first 5 weeks of Daytona, Vegas, Rockingham, Michigan, Kansas, kind of like your introduction to the
Yeah,
car, right? Nothing crazy difficult in there. Rockingham a little bit, test you in the middle of it all. And then you look at the next stretch, which is Sonoma and then the bracket challenge, basically. Sonoma through Indy. And then the one we were just talking about, Charlotte to Homestead, that's kind of like your championship run, right? Like
yeah.
that's where, men become no, boys become men, something like that. Something whatever they
Or
say.
men become boys.
Yeah, men could become boys.
We will see.
Absolutely.
Um, one other thing, what is the lap count for the Clash?
30.
30 laps. Okay.
Yep, it's 30 lap race. So we'll have our open qualifying, obviously, like we had done in the past. I don't know if there's anyone that is new. Maybe a couple guys that just joined mid-season last season, but yeah, we always do it as an exhibition race to kind of get comfortable and get going. But it's not a full exhibition. So what we'll do is we'll have our normal practice. We'll have about a 45-minute open single car qualifying, one by one, everyone watching, hopefully keeping quiet-ish, and everyone watching as we sit pole that figures out the front row of the Sedlo there. So, and then the rest of the racing will set the rest of the field. So it's a little bit important for where you start in Daytona, especially here because I mean we have no idea how hard it's gonna be passing these cars or
Yeah.
draft or how easy you're gonna be able to cut through. So like honestly, kind of important to want to qualify well and to want to go out and try to get that front row and try to get try to get yourself a good spot because we just don't know what's going to happen, right? So, yeah, I'm going to go out and try and do as best as I can because, like, I kind of just want to be at the front in this car just because I won't know too much outside of that 30 laps
Yeah.
of what it's going to, how it's going to race. So,
It's always
um,
fun as well, like to see just the different strategies people take. Like,
mhm.
sometimes you can kind of, come off the corner a little bit away from the yellow line, and sometimes that works, and other cars it doesn't. So, um, yeah, the open qualifying deal is always one of my favorite
It is
parts of the
always
season.
fun. It's really cool to like take a look at, like to just kind of sit back and watch. And I wish we had the time to do it every single week because I
Yeah,
would
that'd
I
be
would
really
do it.
cool.
Like it's just especially at the shorter tracks, like wouldn't take as long. But yeah, it takes a little bit of time here. But it's also like enjoyable, right? You can get your lap in, you can sit back, see yourself on the leaderboard, watch everybody else qualify. Be judgmental of their laps and
Yeah,
criticize them. It's always fun.
it would actually be so cool if we could do that every week. Like,
You know.
maybe you could do everybody gets one lap, and I mean I'm assuming it would go like reverse order of points, or maybe it would go in order of points. Like if the track gets better, so you give those guys who are
Yeah,
lower in points
I, I think
a
I think
better
that's how they
chance.
do it in the Cup Series. I think it's like
Well,
owner
they do
points
that. They
reversed
do
or
the
something.
they do the fucking like formula thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
The
that's
the
right.
yeah. So that's I mean that's a little. I mean it would be cool if they did
Hmm.
random. I think they used to do random. So maybe if we ever
Yeah.
got to that, it would be random, which would be cool
Yeah,
too. But
that's how we're determining the clash. We always do this year. We've done wheels in the past and whatnot. I think this season, I think it's time for the marble races to come back.
oh
Uh,
wow,
the marble race in the last 10 minutes of practice has been a pretty funny thing in the past. So I
okay,
figure why not? Let's do it again. That's how we find out the order of qualifying.
love it.
Um, And then for those of you who are listening who may not be as familiar with it as well, if you happen to not be able to make it, it's no hit on you against points. The way that it works is that the drivers who show up get graded first in the order. For the main race, the drivers who show up get graded for the said low in the order they came up. And then what I do is I simply just go uh, points finished of the last season you competed, right? So if you finished sixth in season 11, I finished fifth in season 10, the guy who finished sixth but showed up more recently is still going to jump
Gotcha.
you. That's kind of just the formula that I use to set the rest of the field. So I put everyone's name in there. So you're not excluded from the race. You're not going to miss anything, but I do have to put the names in um, because of the way that I set the grid for the race. So Qualify would be the same way. There'd be some guys that have marbles that I don't know if they're coming or not, but I got to put them on there just in case. So, um,
Sure.
yeah, I look forward to it, man. We're gonna have an awesome season. I think this is a quick little turnaround here, but everything. We had a great season last season. A lot of good guys. We picked up some guys, and I expect everybody to hopefully keep coming back and have some good 15 to 18 car count races every week. And yeah, man, let's have fun.
Yeah, you want to get into some predictions here
Okay,
for the
all
season?
right. Do you want to do like remember what we did for the Cup season? Hot take, or what's your
Yeah, let's see here. I mean, one
we
off the
did a
top of my
hot
head,
take and
what so last season we had 6 different winners. Season before that we had 5. So let's put the line at 5.5 for different winners.
okay.
Do you have that over or under?
I'm gonna hammer the over on that. I think.
I think I have to do the over on that too. Like
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
way this car is with the chaos. I mean, we saw last night, like with the restarts, people spinning out. I think unfortunately we're probably going to see that a good amount this season, at least early on.
yeah,
So I could take some guys out. Like yeah, I think we have over 5.5 winners for sure.
yeah. I think that's for sure. It's got to be right. Like
Yeah. Um,
you would think so.
I hope so. I mean, um, yeah. I mean, it's always good to have a bunch of different winners. I'll have to go back and look and see like what our most winners in a season is. It's probably like 9. I would think maybe like in a next gen season.
I think I've looked at this. It is a next gen season, and it's I forgot what the number is, but it's something like that
Yeah.
where it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have one here with 10, and I'm sure one of those counts as a an all star race. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think 9 is a safe number.
Yeah. So hopefully we get another something like that. I just scrolled up here to our NASCAR predictions. Who's your way too early championship pick?
Oh, okay, that's right. I was trying to
This
think of what
is
we had there. Okay, so way too early championship. I'm gonna go with Dylan. I think Dylan.
that's a
I
great
think this
pick.
car fits the tire saver well. I think he's just fast in anything he gets in. So that's my pick. I think Dylan Googans gets himself another title.
Yeah, I don't even know with this one. Like I feel like we haven't seen Jack driving it, but I know he's going to be fast. I know Dylan's going to be
Of
good.
course. Yep.
I know Owen's going to be good. I think I will be
That one's
pretty
gonna be good too.
solid.
Yep.
So,
And I'll be
you know
fifth
what?
place.
I'm gonna say Owen comes back after the longest championship drought in his career of 2 seasons.
I love this. I love it.
I'm gonna say Owen comes back and does it. He had a lot of bad luck last season, and yeah, I mean we obviously know how good he can be. He only won
And with
he
this
won 2
car,
races last season, so
yeah,
I mean
I think you could look at this incoming this season with this car and the difference that it makes. And I don't think there's a single driver in the plus as far as favorites to win the championship. I think everybody's, you know what I mean? I think everybody is no one's heavily favored. I don't think you can heavily favor anybody. I think all
yeah,
these things where you're picking Owen, I'm picking Dylan. I think we could very easily pick yourself a Jack,
yeah.
I don't think anybody's too far ahead of anybody else
I think
when
like
it
if
comes
we
to
want to
these.
say like people who legitimately probably have a shot at winning this, I think obviously you know, Jack, Dylan, myself, and Owen, the previous champions. But then
Hmm.
I would look at probably Brandon Combs as well
Hmm.
and Judd. Like they've been up there battling for the championship before. They just need to
Yep.
put it together a little bit more. Um, Christian also is super consistent. So if he can just maybe bust off a couple of wins, that can kind of bring him up into that like top tier category. And then yourself
Yeah.
too, like um, with the way you ran in the ARCA car and even just watching how you ran last night, like if you can bust off a couple of wins, like I mean, you never know what can happen. So, yeah,
Go
like you
for
said,
it.
I mean that I was kind of going against what you said, but as I'm talking, I'm kind of agreeing. Like, yeah, nobody's really heavily favored, and depending
Right?
on how things
Yeah.
go, I mean,
Yeah. We've seen points shake up a lot in a couple weeks towards the end of last season. So I mean, this could be one of the crazier seasons when it comes to that. With the possibility of spinning this thing and getting in a wreck, you know,
Yeah,
always looming, always
always, every
lurking.
single corner.
Yeah,
What's your
yeah. What
bold?
else did we
What's
pick?
your bold prediction for the season?
Uh, hmm. God, let's see. I got the NASCAR one wrong, so I got to try and get this one right. Um, I don't know. Am I allowed
How
to
do you
say that?
already have the NASCAR one wrong?
Dude, I got the NASCAR. I said the Trackhouse wasn't going to win a race all year, with the
Oh, is
exception of
that what you
SVG,
had?
and then Chastain won the Coke 600 right in front of my face.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. So, so yeah, I was wrong there.
no, that was your bad surprise. Your good your bold prediction was Chris Buescher makes a deep playoff run.
Oh, you're right. My biggest surprise. You're right. Chris Buescher making a deep. Okay, all right.
We
Well,
have to do
never
good
mind.
and bad surprise after this one,
I'll
but
show. Okay, all right, all right. Bold prediction. Um, hmm.
it's kind of a very vague
I
question.
think. I think. I think we're gonna have a new face as a winner on a road course. Basically, not you or
Mm,
Owen.
okay.
The guys who kind of win those recently and in the past. In the recent future. I think we may have a new face win a road course race. I'm not gonna say both of them, but I think one of them. I don't know which one, but one of them. Something. I feel like something will happen where our guys who are normally in contention, out of contention for whatever that reason be, and a new face goes and wins a road course race.
Yeah, I mean, difficult car to drive. There could be some
So how's that? A,
mistakes.
a, a first time winner on a road course race this season. There's my official
That is, I would classify
bold
that as
prediction.
bold.
Yeah.
Considering this car is like just how difficult it is on the road courses. Um, for mine, I'm gonna base this off of last night, really, because that's all I have to go off of.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna say Cody wins a non-super speedway race this season.
Nice.
Um,
I like that.
and I mean that in the most complimentary way to Cody. Um, but he's obviously had a lot of speed in the Xfinity car and stuff on these like intermediate tracks and stuff, but just can't really put it together towards the end. But he did win Old Atlanta in the next gen car, and you don't just walk, you don't just back into that. So, and that was a Cup car. This is a Cup car. So, and then last night, obviously, he had the right strategy and had the speed to go up there and win. So, yeah, that'll be my bold prediction. Who
Like
is
that.
your who is your good surprise?
My biggest good surprise is that I'm gonna win a fucking race, and I'm
All
gonna
right.
shotgun a beer. Damn it! Yeah, that's
Yes,
my good surprise. I'm gonna win a race. Damn it!
I love it.
It's been a while. It's been since Darlington, like season 10 or something like that. So yeah, or season 9. So it's been a while, and I last night made me feel really good. So yeah, I'm gonna go win a race. Damn it!
I love it. I actually was gonna say that if you didn't say that, but I'll make another one up here. I will say, we had Dylan Perry and Brandon Bender come into the league, and they showed a
Yeah,
lot of speed, and they were not able to pick up a win last season. But I'll say, going off of them, we will have a first time winner this season.
I think so. To second that, to echo that, a non-selfish
And
biggest
BC
good
could fall
surprise.
into that too, which is
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah.
I think BC might lead the league in winning races that don't count. I think he's done that quite a few times. Uh like a couple all stars. I think he's won like an all-star open. He's won like the if it's an exhibition race, CRS, watch out. BC's probably gonna win it. He might win the clash. But I do think he wins or gets an official regular season win this year where I think he
He's
falls in
got
that
to have
category
the
as well.
most starts without a win, right?
Maybe.
I mean, that's an awful stat to have, but I can't
Maybe.
think of like anybody else. Let's see here.
I'm but
This is great content.
yeah, this is really
Zach
good.
Roten.
Actually, it's Roten.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
it's Roten.
So he could fall into that too. Like you have
Yeah.
you have two, staples of the league, Roten and BC, who could go out and win this season, and then you have the newcomers Bender and Dylan Perry,
Mhm.
who I feel like could win. So yeah, I mean, That'll be my biggest good surprise. Um, we get a first time
Last
winner.
last but not least, biggest bad surprise.
This is tough.
It's just tough. I don't want to say anything bad. Maybe is my biggest bad surprise that when I do win a race, I have to shock on a beer. There's mine. That's bad for me.
No, that's
No.
great. That's great. Miller Lite's gonna get a lot of content out of that.
Absolutely. Good lord.
Biggest bad
Biggest
surprise.
bad surprise. I know. I'm like sitting here looking through season 12, see if anything sticks out. You know what? I got one.
What is it? I'm still
Uh,
trying to come up with
as much as we wanted, I don't think we're getting a caution free race this year, my man.
it. It's supposed to be a surprise.
That's true. That might not be very surprising
Yeah,
considering
I
we
mean,
just did it, but
there's some tracks that I feel like we could get it, so um yeah, I mean,
we'll
I'll take
see.
that, I guess. Um I'll say, I mean, this sucks, right? Cuz we're trying not to like hurt people's feelings and like be mean.
Mhm.
So that takes away a bunch of like things we could say. I will say the bad surprise will be that we will not have a championship fight going into the last two races.
Oh, that would suck. Um,
Yeah.
but I
Um
see what you mean. It could get out of control.
yeah. I mean, if these races get crazy and or they don't get crazy, I guess. You could definitely have somebody run away with it with the way this car is, but this car is awesome. So if
Yeah,
that happens,
I'm
so be
excited.
it. If that happens, so be it. Okay, because
Yep, exactly.
that's what makes championship battles that go down to the last couple of races entertaining because they don't happen that much. Okay.
I was gonna have a really bad one, but it kind of ties into my bold prediction, so I didn't want to do it. Also, it's a really bad one. I don't want to put that hex out there.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll just.
There's gonna be a big wreck at a road course, and that's why someone new is gonna win.
Oh well, I guess that all depends
Hmm.
on when this caution comes out.
Who said that?
If it comes out. So, uh, yeah, we've never really had a track blocker, so I mean,
Mm. We do still have that rule in place, but you're right.
yeah. Um, so yeah, that's a good
I think that's
preview.
it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been here
I
for
think
an
it's
hour and
pre
46
ZGP dinner
minutes.
time.
Yeah,
Wow, look at
definitely
us.
30 minutes till ZGP, and then we got the we'll have another preseason race after that. So a little night of racing
Yeah,
here.
where do you want to do that? What you thinking?
I would like it to be on
What are you in the mood for?
some sort of intermediate,
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
because that's gonna.
I couldn't pick which one. We just did Chicago. Um,
I mean, maybe get like four of them and put a poll in the league chat.
Not a bad idea. I was gonna send the message right now, so I'll
Maybe
throw a
like
poll in there.
Kansas,
I kind
Vegas.
I'm thinking a Kansas night or maybe even a Kansas just during the day, like just to not be the same thing.
Maybe like further down the schedule though. You know,
Okay, okay,
like
like
maybe
a
throw Texas in
like
there, old
like an old
Atlanta.
Texas. Like we should just do old Texas is what I think a
Yeah,
good solution is.
if ZGP is sponsoring the race, then that would be on brand.
There you go. Well, then there you go. You just helped me choose.
Beautiful
I
stuff.
don't like having to choose these preseason races. That's why I made
Yeah,
Cody do it yesterday, and now I made you do it today. So that's perfect. Well,
I love it.
I'm gonna send that announcement out right now. I'm gonna go eat and do some ZGP. This is a good chat. I look forward to this season, man. I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Well, thank you guys for listening. Leave a like, follow the podcast, leave a review, leave a comment. Judd's still the only one commenting. Nobody's commenting. So, um, yeah, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys later. See you.